Okay, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up all of your accounts for my class. Right now, I'm logged in as a student. I apologize to that student. They weren't at school, so I used their account. Um, so here we go. The first place you want to go to is one that this student already has bookmarked. But if you go to www.clever.com, it's a much easier site to remember, Clever. Don't Google it, just type it into the address bar, and then you're going to hit login as student. The first time you go to log in, it's not going to know who you are. So you have to tell it what school you're from. If you type in Lewis, and there's going to be normally a lot of different Lewis middle schools, but if you type in Lewis and then San Diego, by then, you're down to just one Lewis Middle School, and that, of course, is us. Then you're going to click in the button that says Login with Active Directory. Now, once you get to Clever, you're wanting to bookmark this. You want to save this forever and ever and ever. This student still has ST Math, and there were some other bookmarks from previous years they probably want to get rid of at this point. But you do want to be able to get to Clever all the time. So I'm going to click on this little blue star for bookmark this site. And then I'm going to change the name to just say Clever. I don't need Clever Portal. And so now in my bookmarks bar along the top, I'm going to have a little tab that says Clever, and I can get there right away. Now, Mr. Johnson's page is this little ducky where everybody else looks like they're an owl. This student has four teachers. There is a C. Johnson, that's me. There's a Mrs. Johnson, totally not related. She also has Mr. Santana for math and I don't know, Mrs. Struthers. But we're going to go down to where it says Canvas, and we're going to click on that Canvas page. Now, the reason I went in through Clever is because the address for Canvas is san diego unified.instructure.com. And I didn't want you to have to type all of that in. Typing in Clever, much easier. Now, the first time you ever log in, it's going to say acceptable use policy. Either you're a new user or the acceptable use party policy has changed since the last time you agreed to it. Please agree to the acceptable use policy before you continue. Now, you can read the acceptable use policy. It's kind of long. It basically says you're just going to be using this stuff for school. It's Canvas. It's used for school. And so we accept that by hitting that little check mark and we hit submit. Now, once again, this student has a couple of classes. Oh, they're all mine. I was gonna say she has a couple of teachers that are in Canvas, but right now it's just all me. So once you get here and you're on your dashboard, I want you to bookmark this page as well by clicking that little blue star. But instead of saying dashboard, I'm gonna make it say Canvas, and I'm gonna hit done. Now, if you don't see your bookmarks bar, it's you can hit the Control key and then Shift B, and it pops up. Control Shift B gets rid of it. So Control Shift and the letter B for bookmarks will make it pop up. So right now I have Clever bookmarked. I have Canvas bookmarked. I'm ready to go. You'll never have to do that again on this computer. From here, I need you to set up a couple of stuff, a couple of things. If you click on account and then settings, account, then settings, this opens up. Now, there's a few things in here I want you to look at really quickly. Your pronouns, for one. This student has it set to none, and their language is set to default English US. To change that, if you want to set your pronouns as something other than none, you would come over here to the side where it says Edit Settings. Edit Settings, it says none. There's a drop down list where you can choose she, her, he, him, they, them. Or you could just use it as none. Mine says none. From here, I need you to go over right now, there's no email address attached to the student's account. And for some of you, you might have your parents' email address or your own personal Gmail account. You need your school email account attached to this file. So I'm going to hit plus, and then here I'm going to type the student's ID number. So whatever your ID number is, the at symbol, stu period sandi.net. So your ID number at stu.sandy.net because you're a student in San Diego Unified. So it's stu.sandy.net. And I put it in all lowercase. Capitals would work just as well, but lowercase is way easier. So your ID number at stu.sandy.net, and you're going to hit register email. Then you get this confirm email address. We emailed you a confirmation. Well, guess what? It doesn't go through. The only people that are able to email you at your email address are the adults here at the school. So like teachers and the principal and stuff like that. They can email you, but other students can't email you, and definitely Canvas can't email you. So you just hit OK, thanks. And now you'll see that it's set up over here perfect. It's got their student ID number at stu.sandy.net. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to come down to where it says web services. Where it says web services, we need to authorize Google Drive. So again, I went to account, I went to settings, I checked my pronouns, I entered in my email address, and now I'm coming down here to web services. I just need you to click where it says Google Drive, and then you're going to have to hit authorize Google Drive access. You're giving Google Drive access to Canvas, and technically Canvas will get authorization to use Google Drive in the next little part that I'm going to show you. So we click here. We have to choose our name, and then at the very, very bottom here, you select allow. That allows, uh, this one is Canvas is talking to your Google Drive. So again, today we bookmarked Clever, going clever.com. We then used Clever to get to Canvas, and we bookmarked that. And once both of those were bookmarked, we changed our settings to include our email address, and we're going to register our Google Drive with Canvas. For everything else, I'm going to see you in future videos. So for now, I will see you then.